Ladies and gentlemen, I got some stuff done off camera. Don't worry, I didn't skip any content. Just stuff that was negatives to gameplay. I'm with Uthor on this. I had no idea, or I guess I just completely blanked from my memory that these padding quests existed. Don't mistake me, I'm still giving them negatives. But I can see why I never noticed them before. Like when you're going through the game, like when you're going through Legion, you get the quest, it's like, hey, go do these follow missions. I'm like, okay, and then I go do other things because there's a billion other things to do. And then I come back and finish them. But I stand by my statement. If you just want to see the Order Hall campaign, if you just want to see the primary optional content, you have to do these padding quests.
Ishnu Allah.
That's still a negative.
Thank you for your service.
I should actually start on Warrior, though, which would be more thing. Yeah, it's an obstruction to otherwise what would be considered main content. It's ridiculous. I'm still eating breakfast.
Glory to Odin! Until the next battle.
Going through the dungeons doesn't bother me. That's fine. There's plenty of vehicles and methods to go do that. Actually, I kind of like being told to go through dungeons. What I do not like is being told to grind 50 demon blood. Or to wait 5 hours.
My Valijor.
Hey, boss man? Yeah. King Yimmeron has been defeated. That was to be expected. Yimmeron was a cruel and evil ruler, but he did fight with ferocity. I want him to join our army. Absolutely out of the question. King Yimmeron betrayed... Why are we the ones arguing for this? He might have died while fighting valiantly, but I abhor him and the feeling is mutual. What better punishment than to force him to serve you for all time? Why is that the option we're having here? Okay.
Remember,
We have now recruited Yimmeron.
without valor.
Wow.
Go now, my champion.
Okay. I was once the leader of all Titan Force Keepers on Azeroth. Not true. Ra was. Now, hang on. I don't think that's bad writing. I think Odin is that full of it. We were charged by the Titans themselves to protect the world. Also not true. Once I gave up on the post of Prime Designate, he didn't give that post up at all. It was taken from him. I gave up any measure of influence over the other keepers. Not even my own son, Thorim, is bound to heed my commands. And that right there says so much about how much Odin's mind, like where his mindset is at, right? He thinks it's a bad thing that his son is not bound to heed his orders. Odin might literally be the most Titan-think character we see in this entire game, at least so far. And I kind of love it. Like, he is such a horrible villain. In a good way. I'm saying that wrong. Yeah, let me jot something down here. His voice actor helps. Anyways, the Gjallarhorn comes from a time before that falling out, a time of ancient oath honor. Let us invoke that oath.
May your battles be glorious.
Odin, buddy.
Father, though we are oath-bound to answer the call of the Gjallarhorn, we cannot!
Why not?
The halls of Ulduar have been overrun by the armies of the Legion. We are fighting bravely, but their numbers are endless.
Thorim, son, hold them off. I shall send my champions to your aid.
Okay. Game. Game.
What victories do you bring me?
Game.
Bring us tales of victory.
Yeah, I actually like the attack on Old War. Take whatever scraps of positivity you can, right? I actually need to do something really quick. I'm sorry. But yeah, like, why is Yimron a party member? I mean, we know why. It's because they gave up on giving us actual characters. So they decided to really, really adhere to the idea of more Vrykul. Mage. Rogue. Priest. Warlock. Paladin. Druid. Sorry. Taking some notes. Don't mind me. Don't mind Shaman. Monk. And DK. Okay. Just double checking. So is that literally everything except for Warrior? Nope. Now it's everything except for Warrior. Cool. Moving on. Moving on. Yeah, I like the idea that Odin is like, oh, I must go and save them. And it's like, dude, we're going to go save the Keepers of Ulduar. Come on. Of course we are. What kind of dumb statement is that?
Armies of Ulduar, heed Odin's call!
Okay. Now here's a wonderful question. Which would you prefer more? We fight Odin and the Keepers in Ulduar. We fight Odin and the Keepers, but the Keepers don't want to fight us, but they have no choice because of that hierarchy problem I've talked about a few times. Or we fight Odin with the Keepers.
I serve a greater power.
It's worth noting 2 and 3 are not mutually exclusive. So we could start off fighting Odin and the Keepers are like, no! And then, yeah, exactly, Blitchville, like, and then as we're fighting Odin, we wrest control of the Keepers off of him somehow. And by somehow, I mean, I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say War Within has already had story arcs about releasing people from Titan control. And so, yeah, and then we drift into option 3, right? Where we start fighting Odin with the Keepers.
Completely overrun. Let us crush.
Oh yeah, I'm still not time walking. Whatever.
Odin!
Who is Odin exactly? A dick. Okay. So, let me actually double check something before I answer you off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Let me double check. I mean, he is an asshole. And I'm really not joking about that. It is probably his dominant character trait. Let me give you one example of Odin. Actually, forgot about this. So when Tyr, who's by all accounts a cool guy, he wanted to empower the proto-drakes to become what we nowadays refer to as dragons. You know, the aspects who we've been dealing with since vanilla. Odin was like, no! No. Anything that isn't under our direct control does not deserve to exist. They're a rogue element. And that really is his biggest shtick right there. He is, as Miristar hit the nail on the head. He's very Titan. He is an absolute control freak. He does not want people under him who can think for themselves. I mean, you've already seen that in this very quest chain. But specifically what he is, and I'm double checking myself here, but I'm pretty sure he is merely another keeper. And I am right. He is one of the keepers. So let's go down the hierarchy here for just a second. Well, yeah, now they're his characters. They're his dragons. Titans, right? Planet-sized arcane order beings. When they go to a planet, they usually make an entire group of people, which are usually referred to as Watchers. Watchers, you've seen the Watchers. Really tall, primarily made of stone. They've got anima inside of them. They have the capacity for sentience and They're usually very, very powerful and usually directly empowered by one of the Titans, okay? Those are Watchers. Watchers have a few select Watchers which are elevated on the hierarchy chain above them. Those are the Keepers. Above the Keepers is the Prime Designate. That's the person who is at the very top of the chain. That's the admin for the planet. Ra, the guy we met back in Throne of Thunder, back in Pandaria, he was the Prime Designate. And the Keepers included, I'm going to do this from memory here, Tyr, Loken, Hodir, Freya, Mimiron, Thorim, and Odin. I think that's all of them. I'm probably missing someone in there. Oh, I am. I'm missing... Oh, God, I can't even think of his damn name. The guy in Oldemon. Oh, my God. Arcades, thank you, Zen. So, that's your Keepers. Now, what's funny is Takoida, probably unintentionally, just hit the nail on the head. Odin calls himself High Keeper. He is not actually High Keeper. He has no real authority over anyone to speak of. You'll notice that the only reason anybody's going to obey him is that before the things that happened with Loken and with Ra, he made all of them swear an oath, and Titans can't really, like, betray an oath. So he is basically pulling a technically to get everyone back under his control, but he has no real authority over the rest of the Keepers. Which is, of course, why he has to rely on that.
A worthy enemy!
Sorry, I'm one-shotting everything. Oh, no. The way Titanforge tend to operate, they probably can't even think about the fact that they're lying.
That fighting so fiercely ahead.
It appears to be a dwarf. How is he still alive?
So this...
Fierce for one so small, dwarf. What happened here?
Fight first! Talk later!
Seriously, lady. This is the only member of, like, the Warrior Order Hall chain I actually like. Is this one freaking random Iron Dwarf. Remember, Iron Dwarves weren't even designed to have sentience. They were just built by Loken to serve as his disposable army. Let's see if I can get them involved in the fight. Maybe? Oh, I know. Let's do this. There we go. There we go. Yeah, they were designed to be droids, and, try to be shocked, droid effect has been happening bit by bit since Wrath. This is the events of Wrath of the Lich King. But yes, as was put out in chat by somebody. Somebody said it, I can't remember where it was. There it is, as Miristar. Ra and Loken both actually had higher admin access than Odin did, but Odin presumes it. Odin, he's such a dick. But is he on Lei Shen's tier? No. Odin is actually lower tier than Lei Shen. In fact, personally, and this is just a little bit of opinion, I would say only the final boss of this expansion surpasses Lei Shen's tier. I should mention that we fight unlike Lei Shen, who we fight canonically with just ourselves, we're going to fight the final boss of this expansion with a lot of things backing us up. Yeah, by all accounts, the only one of the Keepers who's actually worth a damn, who isn't a dick, is Tyr. Tyr's dead. Funny how that works out.
Thank you. I was getting weary.
You're welcome.
The Legion appeared out of nowhere. They must have a portal nearby. Let's go find it.
Yeah, Tyr was cool. Yeah, I would say that's a good parallel in terms of power tiering. We could absolutely take Odin down if that's where that direction is going. Remember, we have fought plenty of Keepers at Odin's tier already.
Succulent mouth.
In here. We can leap over the flames.
Alright, Warrior. Boop. Arcades was pretty cool, but he was less of a person, is how I want to describe that.
Crush these invaders!
If you ever played or watched someone play Horizon Zero Dawn, late of all,
Destroy our enemies!
yeah, we've already taken on Ra in a straight-up fight. And I should mention, we also canonically defeated Ra by ourselves with no backing. So, yeah. So the reason okay. I don't want to spoil Horizon Zero Dawn.
The temple. They'll surround him soon if we don't move fast.
Hey, Fife. Hey, Sean. Mass Effect 2 sucks!
Fight with valor!
For Odin!
Can we have another battle cry?
Rooms behind that door. We need to get it open.
I should have synced down for this.
Grab a chain and help me.
This is actually a pretty cool quest chain. I apologize that I'm one-shotting everything, but this one's pretty fun and mean. So I am going to give this one a gameplay positive. I apologize.
Put your back into it!
We can do this!
Yes, this is the one bright spot in the Warrior Order Hall. Take it for what it's worth. But yeah, so, okay, so let's ignore HCD for a second. Arcades, he's a lot more buildy. He's a lot more focused on being like the technician guy who's trying to get things functional. Like a lot of the Titan forged machinery and mechanisms and all that fun stuff that we encountered was actually designed and built by Arcades. So as a result, he tends to be a lot more robotic than his compatriots. Not saying he's good, bad, or in between. He's null. You know what I mean? No response found. N.A.
Destroy them!
Morton's legit. We'll always give that to Morton.
Crush these invaders!
Feel my wrath, fiends!
How you doing, Odir?
You need something?
I came to help you in Thorum. Where is he?
May the winds of the north be at your back. We have no time to lose. I serve!
Actually, yeah, Bladeval. Although Arcades is far less villainous, but still, yeah, good comparison. Yeah, Memoron. You've actually already met Memoron during the Hunter Beast chain. He's the original gnome, the mecha gnome. And yeah, he is, despite being a gnome and literally fully mechanical, unlike most of these other watchers or keepers, he has much more personality. Probably because he's a gnome, if we're being honest with ourselves, but it's still true.
I'm ready to fight.
And yeah, knowing how the Titan Forged operate, they're very... You fulfill your role and nothing else. They don't do backups or... what's that actually called? Multi-mode or whatever? Multi-objective very well.
Odin has sent his champions to aid us.
That is not a true sentence. By the way, this... So, okay, I've been enjoying this, so let's pause.
Surprised. This mortal slays demons as swiftly as Fenrir hunts wild.
I shall be the judge of that. Plenty of demons up here. Let us see if Odin chose well.
Okay, so, you missed that because of some audio bugging.
Crush one and another takes its place. I will try to stem the flow. The passage to the north leads up to the balcony. Assist Thorum.
So, that irritated me hard. And you could just feel it was a section of the story that was rewritten in order to accommodate the changes to the Warrior Order Hall chain, which I've already pointed out several times. So we show up, and we're here to save them, and they're like, oh, thank God you're here, everything's going to be cool. Then we get to this part. What does Thorum say the moment we show up? A mortal leading Odin's army? Has my father lost his mind? Keep in mind that this is Legion. This is before the first big reset, which was BFA, if you remember. So the way they were writing every quest was as if we were the same player character from back to BC, right at this point, right? Yeah, it's as if... So, in other words, this is the player character, canonically, that saved Thorum back in Wrath, and has worked with Thorum several times back in Wrath and in Legion as well, and other stuff. So, Thorum shouldn't be this much of a dick, and he should recognize us personally. Instead, he's like, what? And then Hodyr's response is, you'd be surprised. This demon's...
Quiet here. I have a bad feeling.
Spiders!
This mortal...
One fell on my...
Crush these invaders!
Then Hodyr says, you'd be surprised. This mortal slays demons as swiftly as Fenrir hunts wild deer. Then Thorum says, I'll be the judge of that. Plenty of demons up here. Let's see if Odin chose well. And you feel how that immediately changes the entire focus of the dialogue and of the cutscene. All of a sudden, we're not here anymore. We're no longer saving the Keepers from demon invasion in Ulduar. We have suddenly become Odin's sandwich bitch. And forgive me for cussing, but I'm going to keep doing it with regards to the Warrior Order Hall, because it is the most efficient way by far to get across why I dislike the actual quest, the plot of the Warrior Order Hall. Because that is all that we are. Oh, hey, Spider Demon. Actually a pretty tough fight, if memory serves. Yeah, exactly, Takota. In fact, in many ways, Odin is very close to being a Mary Sue, because the narrative is twisting around him to make him better. I should mention that this once again goes back to my statement about how the Warrior Chain was clearly rewritten halfway through, because half the Warrior Chain makes it really clear how Odin is a horrible person who has caused many bad things and is definitely our enemy long-term, and we're dealing with him for now to fight the Legion, and the rest of the quests talk about how he's just senpai. He's so amazing. I wish he'd notice me. Odin, I'm worthy of you. I'm worthy. Please, Odin. Please ram your giant bronze cock down my throat. Anyways, so. Hi, Uthor. Yeah, Odin being the antagonist of the Warrior Order Hall is interesting, fascinating, and has a lot of possible connotations for the future. Oh, go ahead and clip it, 5. I don't even care at this point. Odin being the protagonist of the Warrior Order Hall doesn't work at all. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Thank you for reminding me of Huthor. This is after the first Chronicle book came out. The first Chronicle book made it very clear Odin was a villain. You know Helya? I actually did that off camera, sorry. But Helya he's like, oh, I hate Helya. The reason Helya hates him so much is because he said, listen, I need a volunteer to convert various Titanforged into a new form of Titanforged that he's inventing. He's going to call him Valkyr. And the Valkyr's job is going to be going around and grabbing people's souls from the Shadowlands. No, not that one. This is before the constructed afterlives. But grabbing people who are dead, who he thinks are worthy to serve in his army, and then dragging them up into servitude. Helya said, no. That's awful. I don't want to forsake my life and become your tool. Odin said, I'm going to force the issue because I can. And enslaved her and forced the conversion upon her. Yeah, no, the book made it really, really clear. Odin is a villain.
Worthless insects. You will beg for death before the end.
Just 2 episodes? I could see that, Sean. Yeah. Yeah, Helia was his adopted daughter. Thank you for reminding me. And he was still, all right, daughter, I need you to become my slave. I mean, that's what he's doing with Thorum here. And you see my point, right? You can just feel the parts of the class quest chains which are just rewritten to suddenly make Odin a better character. Because if Odin was just as fully villainous as he is, this would actually be really cool. We put up with this jackass because we have no choice, because the Legion is right there. That is a huge, dominant theme of Legion, the expansion. We do what we must. So we put up with this monster because he's got access to an entire army of bronze-skinned Titan-forged. And we deal with getting him more armies and more forces, knowing this is going to suck in the future, because right now, we need them up there being fodder for the Legion. Or against the Legion, rather.
Enough!
Enough! They really do like that trope. She what, Thorm?
She will not get away with this!
Hodir, don't follow her through. Oh, okay, Hodir's gone. He's a...
Are gone. The portal is closed.
So he's on Niskar now.
Well, I was wrong to question my father's choice.
Go to hell.
The forces of Ulduar will stand behind you if you are willing to aid us in finding Hodir.
Sorry. So, yesterday, Ghost Rider mentioned an idea, which actually I think is correct. Oh, I agree, Huthor, but you get why I say that. The construction of the lore fits the prior version of the Shadowlands better than the latter version of the Shadowlands. I think what's more likely is that they just hadn't decided yet what the constructed afterlives were. So they had a vague idea where they were going. I mean, Odin's Eye is missing, and it's not just a reference. And they do talk about Helia and her connection to the subplanes. So Shadowlands has always been treated as another subplane, like the Dream, like Skyhold, like the Elemental Planes. Anyways. Yeah. I hail from the Shadowlands, exactly as Minister. I was going to say something. Come on, work brain. I'm sorry, I'm really foggy-brained today. This cold is just, I don't know. I actually had to take a bunch of headache pills earlier because my head was going, hey, I've decided I don't like you. I was like, but why, head? Why? And the head was like, because screw you. Right. Suggested the idea that one of the reasons why they might have walked away from having so many lore-centric characters is because they didn't want the Warrior Order Hall to be lore-hound centric. In other words, wanted to have more broad appeal for people who didn't pay attention to a lot of lore, because a lot of stuff we've talked about is in books or in side content, or you have to go digging for it or whatever, right? Or it was from Wrath. If that suggestion is true, I don't know if it is, it would make more sense for why they suddenly make Odin a good guy. Because Odin's a good guy, right? Right? I've seen the MCU. Odin's a good guy. Right? I was just specifically homing in on that one point of why they decided to make Odin the protagonist here, rather than the villain.
I am Thorin, Lord of Thunder.
Yeah, okay. I did not think it possible for a mere mortal to be worthy of Odin's blessing. So let's talk this out really quick, okay? I am being presumptive because, of course, my warrior that I did these quests on originally was the warrior, the same exact character that I did Wrath on, that I tanked Wrath on. I fought Thorum on Frozen Sorrow, right? So when I get to this point, and Thorum's acting like he's never met me before, and never interacted with me before, was irritating. Remember, Thorum was jovial and friendly to the hunter during the Beast Quest chain. You remember that? He was like, hey, what's up? Let's go. Let's have some fun, yeah. And then the dwarf's like, hey, what's up? We gotta fight something. And the dwarf's like, then let's do it, yeah. He was a bro. He didn't directly recognize us, but at least he was more, positively inclined towards us. But if we're going to take a moment and presume that they decided not to acknowledge that we were the ones who fought him and beat him and freed him during Wrath, then that doesn't change the fact that mortals still did that, even if it wasn't us. So this doesn't work on two levels. One, he doesn't acknowledge that we're the ones who freed him, canonically. And two, they don't acknowledge that mortals freed him, canonically. For him to be this much of a dick makes no sense and only serves one purpose: to push Odin up. And that is the quintessential essence of what a Mary Sue actually is.
Farewell!
Yeah, exactly as Mary started. Elidibus is just like, who are you? You are worthless and beneath my attention. It's like, it'll be interesting to note who wrote the Warrior Order Hall, because I have no idea. Hi, Odin.
Have you brought valor to these halls?
I thank you. That Hodir is gone is unfortunate, but things could have gone much worse, and thanks to you, Ulduar did not fall the Legion today. To the Legion.
Remember, life is not...
Oh no, could you go get me 30 demonic runes? Hodir valiantly went through that demonic portal. He should have earned an honorable death, but instead was taken prisoner by Legion scum. You wanted Hodir to die.
Bring us tales of victory.
Complete 10 world quests?
Go now, my champion.
You're far from home.
Oh, hey, Thorum.
I am Thorin, Lord. I will unleash the wrath of thunder upon our enemies.
So then Thorum joins your party. Okay. Cool. Here's the thingy. You're probably thinking, wow, that's awesome having Thorum as a follower, and he is the first follower who's not another Vrykul. The only thing he does is you can join him as an actual follower, and he will go do a proc periodically and do a big AoE lightning attack, which is actually pretty underwhelming. It's not terrible, but it's not what I would call great either. And no would be the answer to that, Dakota. Runes are just magic that's stored. They're batteries. Sometimes they're spells, sometimes they're magic itself.
Death cannot stop me.
You get the idea. I started today's stream saying that, Uthor. I actually did a decent amount of work off camera last night getting caught up on several of these, like the do 5 missions thing. So it says do world quests. What you may or may not be noticing is that world quests are not popping up. Now, the good news is I think I have a solution for that. Oh, I'm Alliance now! If this is not a solution for that, then we have a problem. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't talk to Khadgar. Oh, hang on. Well, let me get back to time walking anyways. Well, no. I want to run over world quests. I don't want to do them legit. That's a good point. You're right. You're right. Hang on. Because surely I qualify as max level. It's 35 or 40. I forget which. I wrote it down at some point. Kegger. Kegger. What? Give me World Quest. No. Go finish the campaign. I technically did. Oh, okay. You ever have one of those things? Maybe it's a show. Maybe it's a car. Maybe it's a food, like a restaurant. And you really talk it up to a friend of yours. And then you get there and it's nowhere near as good as you remember. And you feel really, really stupid for talking it up so much. Because that's how I feel right now. And don't mistake me. Obviously, you know, Legion's scoring quite well and will continue to do so. But that is more or less the vibe here.
Defend Azeroth.
Uniting the Isles, I think? Yep, there it is.
Take care, my friend.
Okay, cool.
Always happy to help.
He gave me the whistle, too. Which, sure, was a good invention for the time. World quests. Oh, thank God. Okay, looks like there's a bunch in Stormheim, so let's just go do Stormheim. No, you're right, Uther. You're absolutely right. When you're doing this stuff at level, you have a dozen other things to do. See, that's why I try not to talk up things anymore, Dakota. Just in general.
Citizens have taken up arms to defend safe houses throughout...
Nah, you don't exist. Suramar does not exist. Good morning, Spartan. Yeah, I know how world quests work. Thanks, game. Okay, let's see. What do we got? We got, I don't remember, was Warlords or Legion the first one to introduce world quests? The Order Halls. I mean, we're not past Order Halls yet. I know. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. I just passed it. Should be right here? No? How about down here? I thought it was Legion, but my memories are kind of foggy this morning, along with the rest of my brain. What the hell? Well, whatever. Yeah, Legion is when they really started cross-pollinating across their games.
The brood of Nithon kill my kind and yours without mercy or remorse. Meet their cruelty in kind. Rend the scales from their hide.
For the most part, I was down with the cross-pollination because it was mostly good stuff. It did lead to a couple of raid bosses in StarCraft 2, which was whatever, honestly. But for the most part, I was down for it. So world quests are interesting. They vary wildly in quality, as most quests do. And as I've talked about before, it wouldn't be until Dragonflight till they finally figured out how to actually make world quests work properly.
Nithong and his brood are killers and murderers of the worst sort. You have done the world a service by disposing of them.
Here's Needhog. Goodbye, Needhog.
Nithong terrorizes Stormheim from his roost atop the Sundered Peak, Astromdir. His continued existence is an affront to the legacy of the Thorinir. End it.
Well, we're not to the zones yet, Spartan, but we probably will,
Oh,
yes.
he was once Thorinir. Nithog's madness was a blight on this land. You have done a great deed today, outsider.
Was that inside the dungeon? It is. Should be one here.
Once
There
again,
it goes.
the accursed mists creep in from the sea, venture forth, and vanquish the Kavaldir there before their darkness spreads further.
I do agree that world quests were a much better implementation of the same general concept as dailies. I do think it took some refinement for them to truly be a universal improvement, but they got there. Be free.
The mists!
The Tidescorn earned their name the day the mists took their greatest harbor. Since then, no Vrykul loyal to Odin has willingly entered that cursed place.
I'm gonna have to, okay, whatever. It won't be long. This is also not where it is. I'm turned around a bit. Where am I? There I am.
Plaguemaw scours the seas of Helheim, leaving only carrion in his wake. Destroy this menace!
Oh, that sucks to go at it.
I fell to your wreck. You have not won.
Yeah,
The far comes for you.
So, ignore all this. None of this exists. None of this exists. We'll cover this dungeon later. Okay, we're uniquely suited to absolutely chip or shred this place. We're a Fury Warrior.
The mortals within Stormheim are forever in your debt. Come, claim your prize.
I imagine this dungeon will score pretty well. But then again, I think every dungeon in Legion will score pretty well. Except for the mythic ones, which we can't review. Because we can't review mythics or heroics. At least not on the gameplay axis. I'm still not what you would consider happy about that fact.
The spirits grow hungry from the scent of blood. New passenger. Now, it is I who must pay the blood price.
Doesn't that guy look like Algalon? Shut up, shut up. None of this happens. None of this is existing.
No quarter to these scallywags! Helya doesn't abide intruders!
Yeah, it's pretty fast if you know what you're doing, which you notice I didn't, but I also had to go side.
No prey, no nothing sweeter than to die at sea!
So you're probably wondering who Helya is. That's Helya.
You all will regret trespassing in my realm! You have come. I am losing my No! This is not possible!
Oh, whoops, I missed one.
What manner of creatures are you?
We're Star Fox. Sorry. Ignore the water, which... yeah.
Do you think you have won? You have merely survived the storm. The seas are unstoppable!
Yeah, she has the ability to make her own subplane, and this is what she makes for herself. Says a bit about her, honestly. Listen, Helia can't be sympathetic. She's the bad guy. She's working for the jailer, although he wasn't invented yet. Alright, next. Let me go over here. So which artifact appearance was that? I wouldn't mind Helia coming back and being a bit more of a character if we ever go actually take the fight to Odin for a third time.
The Helijar are defiling the tombs of Shield's Rest. Drive them back! You will never prevail.
Are they in?
The mists! Thank you!
Here we go.
I will bathe in your blood!
I'm a little sad the goat quest isn't up right now. I was actually looking forward to showing that off briefly. Shadowlands is very cherry-picked in terms of canon. And that's a good thing. Most of the more interesting ideas from Shadowlands have been carried forward and followed through in some level or another.
I will bathe in your blood!
That's really unhygienic.
You will never leave!
Narrator. He then left. Yeah, Amir Drasil very directly tied into events of BFA with the atrocity of Teldrassil, as well as Ardenweald. There's actually a quest in Ardenweald, which you only see if you choose the Ardenweald campaign, which we will be doing, of course. Hopefully with less padding than this, which is actually pretty legit. I won't say much except Ysera, and leave that as it is.
Shield's Rest is where the most ancient kings of Stormheim and their honored fallen were buried. Back before the Tidespawn were afraid of the sea.
Oh yeah, there's also elite subzones in Legion, which is another idea I like. I'm trying not to prejudge Shadowlands too far in any given direction. That's good, man. For obvious reasons. Yeah, exactly, Hoothorn. Hey, look, it's Elia. Come on, give me my quest. Right? Wasn't it down here? No? Okay. Maybe it was topside. I mean, who knows? Maybe Ardenweald was one of those things where it was the only bright spot in a terrible thing, so it's not as good as I remember. Or maybe I just hated Shadowlands so much that it's not as bad as I remember. Oh. Captain Dargoon. He's in, right? No? Okay, this is ridiculous. Let's just go do these. We can find another world quest. We only need 10. Doesn't matter where they are. I was just trying to finish them in one zone. Sorry, Malachar. Sorry. Come on, trigger the world quest. Trigger the world quest.
Continue to march on the gates of the Valor. Your aid is required.
And I'm 30% through it already. 55%, 60, 70, 87% done.
Well this day, champion. May the twisting nether be filled with the lamentations of your enemies.
Oh, it is. Kennex cow, 5 seconds later. Yeah, I gotta go. Okay.
Beware the sharp talons of these avian beasts. We have found them quite ferocious.
I love how almost all of the Warden quests are just, go kill this thing. Why? Because it's a threat. Okay. Done.
We heard much squawking. We hope that means you were victorious.
You know, it just occurred to me. Dragonflight is the only expansion so far I've actually maxed out the Renown on. Which I suppose doesn't mean much, because there's only 3 expansions with Renown in them, but it is still interesting to think about. Alright, what do we got? Ah! What do we got in High Mountain? Ah, it's fine. Thank you for looking, though, Bregman. We can do that one. That's a good one to do. And here, let's start marking these. 1, 2, and I need a third. Let's do that one. Yeah, I haven't face grinded the Renown in War Within at all. I want to. I do actually want to max it out, because it's actually a pretty smooth Renown grind, and I like to max out reps usually. Speaking of which, I did a 9+ solo delve recently. I don't know why I'm saying plus. A 9 solo delve. That was freaking mean. I did it. No deaths. Jesus, that was hard, though. You know, Lita Fairy. That's pathetic and easy, and you're worthless, Laura. Yes, I am pathetic and worthless, Lita Fairy. You are correct. That's one of the big reasons I want to, Uthor. I haven't even had a chance to try Tier 10 yet.
The Wardens have pledged to bring justice to this world, but we cannot be everywhere. We offer you the honor of taking down a grave threat.
Done. Oh, okay. I thought you were like, you know, Tier 9 isn't that bad. Pretty easy, honestly, you know.
Haglands are unleashing their perverse magic upon wildlife in the Screeching Crag. We don't know how to counter their curses. Please, stop this madness!
I had to be really careful with the boss on Tier 9. He could 3-shot me. I was on my Demon Hunter. And he could just straight 3-shot me, and he had a lot of health. Now, the good news was he had a bunch of mechanics, and I was a Demon Hunter, so I could dodge everything. So I could literally attack him and never take damage.
Harpies of these mountains.
But, man.
They had for life.
Now
they practice their dark rituals, no matter who it hurts.
I did. Whoops. I meant, like, no? Still no. There it is. The Underkeep, I think? No, I did Spiral Weave. This one right here.
A foul poison seeps into the waters of Mistveil. I feel in my bones that it must be the work of a corrupt druid.
It was a bonus delve. That's why I picked that one. It was specifically the one where there was a bunch of people webbed up who needed to be freed, and at the end was a Crypt Lord.
The minions of Nightmare continue to defile Moonclaw Vale. Fight back against them, champion!
I probably could manage a 10. I would probably go in as a tank. Because holy crap. And it would be slow. Because my damage would be down, their health would be up. Yeah. How high have you unlocked at this point, Bragwin? You can check with achievements. Let's see. Delves.
So arrogant are the Legion that they defile my lands and think themselves safe. Their forces are massing in Faranar.
It would be something like this.
Them before they move deeper into Azuna.
Rondas, please shut up. War within Delves, tier such and such. And whatever one you have, you've unlocked one step above that. So, for example, I've unlocked 10 here, as you can see.
I'll rend you limb from limb!
That's the other thing I'm kind of running into. I'm probably wrong, but last I checked, and I did check, this is a couple months ago at this point, my gear is locked. Like, I'm not getting better gear. Not unless I start doing mythics. I'm 606, by the way. I actually checked last night. So, that's my ceiling.
Your Titan gods have abandoned you. Lay down your arms. There is no hope left.
That's... I mean... I may have to force my friends to come back so we can do Siren Isle before the current season ends. I still haven't decided if I really want to push for that or not.
Conquers all.
Doing Sekvir before the season ends. I mean, we did the first dude. But I haven't even attempted the second one, the one you have to do solo.
Mortal flesh parts so easily.
Yeah, the problem is, I actually need to do a tier 10 delve without dying in order to even attempt the last Sekvir one, if I'm remembering correctly. And if you're paying attention, I just finished a 9. Favorite song in Legion? Ooh. That's actually a tough one.
So many questions, so
the one that comes to mind immediately is High Mountain, just instantly. But I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention Stormheim. But yeah, the problem is, this is when they started finally really delving into the concept of character themes, and Anduin's theme is pretty well used here. So...
your world will be purged!
That's got to be new, Kira White Nose, because that certainly didn't used to be true.
We'll feast on your flesh and devour your soul!
You will die!
Having to do 8 delves in a week. I suppose I could do just tier 1s to smash through that very quickly. See, the problem I run into is the problem I always run into. Time. And don't mistake me, I actually really like harder difficulty delves. They're very fun and they're properly challenging. The problem is they take a minute.
I don't need you alive to know your secrets.
By the way, for the 3 of you who are like, what the hell is he even doing? Just chatting about random things we're doing grind quests, which, yes, I've already given negatives for.
The Legion's will be done.
Oh, they have to be tier 8s? Like a demon hunter. Like a demon hunter. Ah! Favorite obscure PS2 game that no one's ever heard of. Hang on. Rogue Galaxy.
I see you.
Dude, BFA is one of the best soundtracks we've ever gotten for a while. Think of that what you will.
I've sacrificed everything. What have you?
So I need to do 2 8s?
Azeroth must not fall.
Yeah, BF8 just has a weirdly excellent soundtrack. You know, almost every soundtrack in an expansion has at least 1 or 2 songs that it's like, ugh. Either it overplays or it's irritating or whatever. No, Pandaria had...
You'll tell me your secrets before you die.
Legion has... Sorry. But you know the one I'm talking about. They play it a lot. It's basically the Legion theme. And try not to be shocked, the Legion theme plays a lot. BFA doesn't have that. By memory, I shouldn't say that. I keep being wrong. By memory, BFA doesn't have one of those songs. We'll see.
The Burning Legion.
The closest would probably be the first few notes of Dazar'alor, which plays every time you go into Dazar'alor, which is not an unoften thing. I believe so, Ludifer. I can check. I gotta be curious.
Feel my wrath.
As soon as I kill, to get 2 more runestones, finish earning this negative to gameplay here. I really should be plural because these are plural negatives right now. You notice that's not even 100% drop rate? Why is this not 100% drop rate? There! God! Okay. We need the quest chain now, please? What's your item level at, Spartan? If you don't mind my asking. Oh. I actually like that version too, Magister. I just don't like the really short bit they show a lot. So let's see what we got. So I'm at 604, excuse me, overall. And I have Husk of the Hypogeal Nemesis. Which, honestly, the set bonus on that I'm actually really unimpressed with. Blade Dance is nice, and I use it all the time. Chaos Strike is also nice, and can reduce the cooldown of Blade Dance. Which is nice, but that's kind of it. It's really boring when it comes to set bonuses. What do I have that's below 606? Oh. Momentum Scroll. Anything else? That's 610, 606, 606, 606. Okay, so hang on. Gauntlets, Trinket. Both weapons are 606. That's 603, that's 600. That's 600. Oh, that's 6 of 8, though. That's why that's so low. I was actually just checking. Apparently I do have 2 delve activities here. But I need to... well, that was a 9. That delve, that one delve right there is a 9. And it's a Monday. That's what I was just thinking, Caroline. Is there any bountifuls up right now? I mean, of course there are. There, right there. Earthcrawl Mines. And I have keys on me. I got 21 keys on me. Anyone want to do a tier 8 real quick? Just smash one. Hang on, Brigwin, you've only unlocked tier 7, right? No, 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 no. It's cool, it's cool. Come here, Bragwin. On, like, a main. Whatever your main is. Let's do this one, tier 7, to unlock tier 8s. Yeah, Kuthor gets where I'm going with this. Yeah, we could crush an 8. Or a 7, or whatever. Who is that? Who's this person? Oh, it's Spartan. Honestly, so are we, Ross. But it wasn't bad enough for a blue. It was mostly just unmemorable and dumb. Spiner helped drag it up, not gonna lie. There she is. And is that your... Yep, okay. Grab your white noise. Does anyone know what the party cap is on Delves? I'm asking legitimately. I legitimately don't know. It's 5. Okay. So we can squeeze another one if we wanted to. Fife City wanted to join. So there we go. Boom. Yeah, why do you have more Shadow Flame? Are you okay, Kira White Noise? Do we need to have a chat? Alright, everyone come to us. Okay, come to me. We're doing Kriegval's Rest as a 8. Bragwin, you go start it. It is a nice set, yeah. Crank it to max, whatever your highest difficulty is, which should be 7. Who's that? That is Fife. Another nice outfit. Very... Honestly, that's very Night Elven-y. Check that out. Amazonian, which is an aesthetic I always kind of wish we could get back to with the Night Elves. Yeah, no, that's solid. I like that. I'm boring. Yeah, go ahead and start it, Bragwin. I'm letting you start it, because you're guaranteed to be the right difficulty for that. Okay, there she goes. So these are delves. A little bit of a preview. I will enter this tier 7. Zoop. Where's Spartan? I don't see Spartan yet. There's Bragwin, there's Kira White Noise, there's Fife. And
grab one of those enchanted candles to stay safe from these shadows.
Hang on, hang on. Ah, well, okay. I'll look at it later. Oh yeah, the seamless entrance tech thing is it's basically them flexing their scenario tech, but like another tier of that.
Candle gets weaker when you move. Watch your steps.
So yeah, we should be able to just run over this place. I'm really glad that the delves appear to be an evergreen thing, by the way. Legit. Very happy about that. I think you're right, Uthor. Wouldn't surprise me if that was a tech demo, especially since I've seen it not work periodically. Either because I'm moving too fast or because something goes wrong somewhere. Correct! Delve scale, which is why these aren't just melting instantly.
Don't stand there!
Thanks, Braun. Appreciate you. Chip detailed off. Ah, whatever. I was just curious if I'm doing any kind of numbers here. I'm probably not. Yeah, notice this guy we're fighting right here has 65 million health. This random-ass kobold. What are you waiting for? Let's go! I can see Bragwin also has Braun set up as healer. Yeah, so I actually showed this off accidentally when I was showing off follower tech. Followers stay even if you go to max party size, although only under certain circumstances, so it makes sense that Braun is still here too. enough to... Oh. Ah, there it is. Also grab this one here. Oh, I can't do it in combat. That's funny. Yeah, sorry, I have a tendency to move around a bunch while DPSing. Wasn't even thinking about it. I'm going to be a lot more static now. We have 1 bronze. 1 bronze. Door should be open now. There we go. One time we were doing one of these, and Zekvir popped in the middle of the parts... Yeah, this stuff up here. So those flame jets will freaking kill you, right? Like, they will turbo kill you. Do not get hit by those flame jets. Especially on higher diffs. And the reason I bring all that up is because we popped a pack that summoned Zekvir while going through those flame jets. That sucked! Oh, yeah. Yeah, that don't release, don't release. We got you. Zekvir is still happening till Season 2, last I checked. So yeah, these guys, they like to AoE. They like to AoE in front of you. It's exactly as unpleasant as it sounds. Yeah, they're almost assuredly going to get rid of Zekvir in Season 2. It's one of the reasons I kind of want to go ahead and push that. To my knowledge, they haven't said who it is yet, and that's fine. If they have, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Okay. I'm just going to go over all this nonsense. Demon Hunter. Okay. Thank you, Uthor.
Look around! There's treasure here!
Ooh. One tick off of that nonsense. I suppose I should be treating this as real. I apologize. Practice if we're gonna do an 8. Sorry, I haven't been hitting cooldowns. That is today, yeah. Pretty sure. Yep, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That's today. I will refrain from any further commentary on the matter. I hope I'm wrong about everything. That's the commentary you're gonna get out of me. Come on, yank! Honestly, this is like the tutorial delve. In fact, this is supposed to be the first delve you see. So, it's not as complex or as fancy as some of the later delves, but I still like it. The light mechanic is interesting, and the goal of the delve is actually to loot things. Oh, there's our Zekvir. Oh, we've got 2 Zekvirs! Okay, hang on. Oh, no. Hang on.
Hang in there!
Ooh.
Let's keep a strategy in mind for the next fight.
Yeah, there's some fun here. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. So, yeah, these are Zekvir empowered mobs. So they're worse than normal. And there's a chance they'll spawn a Zekvir, which they haven't yet, so that's nice. Really hard to get this guy down. Oh, my gosh. I'm gonna pop cooldown. Because holy crap. Is it? Is it? Is it? Okay. Go ahead and pop the midway point. Yeah, there's mid-mission checkpoints, by the way, in Delves, which is a great feature. Okay.
You're looking a bit rough. Take a wee rest.
Thanks. Thanks, Bron. Oh yeah, the mid-mission also gives you an extra life, too. Which is nice. Sorry, you're officially old. You're an old woman now. I'll raise my hand on that one, Uthor. Yeah, actually, you're probably right, Kira White Noise. I'm probably the idiot, and the very first thing, and I mean before we even hit the MSQ, was I headed east, found this delve, and did it. It was literally the first thing I did when I got to the Isle of Dorne.
Grab one of those enchanted candles to stay safe from these shadows.
Yeah, not one of those fake literallys. Literally. Do you notice how our vision changes based on the candles, too? Yeah. I knew those flames were there. That's why I was being a little cautious. Just gonna stand here and wait very patiently. No, Ventures, we are not. Yeah, Legion, I'll actually... Well, no, I won't show it off, because we will be destroying that boss in one shot. But there's a boss in Legion which introduced that tech, I believe. It might have been before him, but he's infamous for it. I remember being quite impressed when I saw it, too. Okay, it was him. That's what I thought. Okay. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yep. Nothing I can do about that. Huh. Couldn't see the candle that was burning me. I thought it was off. Probably Spartan, because we only have one Bronn, which is Bragwin's. Whoever starts the delve, it's their Bronn that we see. That's true, but we could still see the enemies, if you remember, Magister, in the Warden Den. You just couldn't interact with them. They were untargetable. Similar tech, different application. Now, we need to not die anymore. Thank you.
Let's have a quick sit-down to recover.
Actually, yeah. I'm going to go and get the well-fed buff here. Yeah, I'm very curious how Tank Bronn is going to work. If it's not smoked, it's not Gouda. Yeah, nobody die. We still have some candles coming up, so... It's not the only thing that's killed us, but it's close. Look, I wouldn't have gotten hit by the candle if I actually saw it. Okay, boss time. This shouldn't be too bad. Instant TPK.
Bram's got hanging there.
Move.
You won't hit us with that one.
Still hit you while you're slamming me into the ground, buddy. Just saying. Down. GG.
I'll give you a hand with this one.
Hey, 100 disc fragments. Nice. It's good. I meant to finish that today anyways. So now... So who has... What's everyone's bronze levels right now? So I actually want her highest for this one. So Cure White Noise is 54. Mine is not. I can tell you that right now. Mine is 21.
Their tools behind when the Nerubians attacked.
So go to the LFG tab. It's the far right. It's right there as Delves, and you just click Configure, and it says his level right there. See, mine's 21. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There it is. Oh god, where am I? I'm turned around. Here, I think? Yeah, this feels right. Of course, the person who's the party lead leaves the group. Okay, in a few minutes, it'll recognize that Spartan's offline, and then switch party. So, Delve bounty map. What's a bounty map? I got a lot of crap I've been holding on to for this expansion, but I don't think I have any bounty maps. I don't have anything named bounty at all. I do have a profane tinderbox, which I usually sell in the auction house. I don't think I've seen any of these. Huh. Fascinating. I guess I've just gotten really unlucky. I mean, granted, I haven't done that many delves. Like I said, my bronze only level 21. Come on, game. Spartan's off character. There we go. Okay. Alright. Kira White Noise, you start it. With your brawn. You're 8. I'll stand here to mark the spot for Brigwin. I like a monk, by the way, Brigwin, as your new main. Okay, we're all here. In we go. Yes, please. Ah. This one. You like flamethrowers, right? I hope you like flamethrowers. Don't stand on those, they'll summon the Arabians. Sorry. Oh, I hate the fear guys. Ah, I hate the fear guys. Die, fear guy.
Those webs don't stand there. They'll never be using that move.
But good morning, that which wants to leave. Well, this looks very non-suspicious. Everyone in chat, what's a lamplighter? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Life is like death to everything. Happens to be in my way. I was a trap! Meanwhile, in the future... That's pretty much exactly what's happening here. Don't mind that one monkey. He's just going bananas.
careful!
I brought up might actually hit 22 in here. Me too, Thor. The only regret I have, probably one of the only complaints I have about delves as a whole, I really wish I could select the variant when we start one, rather than just being at the whims of the daily RNG. I know. That would just lead to people doing the same delves over and over, but it'd still be nice. Not my fault they're boring.
Summon Rubians. Don't stand in them.
Oh, thanks, Bron. I wasn't sure what the webs did. Appreciate you, buddy. Okay, Spartan, I have it on good authority that tier 8s are totally pathetically easy. Yeah, actually, I could see that as Mirstar. Or maybe... Oh, actually, you know what? Better idea? At the end of a season, right? So, you know, season ends, and it's like, okay, all the previous season stuff, you can just pick that now. Just gotta keep throwing flames everywhere. That's good. Oh, you like my hat?
Will summon Rubians. Don't stand in them.
I like my hat. Whoop, whoop. Exactly. So the new variant you couldn't select. I don't know. Actually, that might not work. No, I'm thinking about that. Oh, maybe ignore me. Maybe ignore me. I don't know. I'm not 100% on how delves work, obviously, since I've never even gotten a frickin' map. Commentary from ignorance there. Always mine. Oh, Zekvir. Alright, let's see how this goes. The first time we encountered the pink elephant was the first time I became aware that variants even existed. We had actually done the delve I just mentioned 3 or 4 times and gotten the same variant each time. And obviously we'd done every other delve like once. So the presumption was that there was no such thing as a variant. And then we randomly went back into that one, and it was like, what? Pax and I were very confused. You're probably wondering, why did we do that one several times? It kept being a bountiful. What would be the trigger, Huthor? Would you bury it? Let's up a little bit. Get out of here. Get out of here.
There's treasure!
I probably just overpulled, and I apologize for that. It's fine, we're fine, we're fine. We're all dead, it's fine, it's fine. The one and only reason I don't like not being able to select my variants, personally, regardless of professional opinion, is there's achievement for doing each variant in each delve, and I'm, like, nowhere on that.
They'll never be using that move.
Stop making webbing, you jackasses. Stop it. Stop it. No, quit it. Quit it. Quit it. Actually, I did see that where are those achievements? Oh yeah, there you go. Compete each variant. So I've got 2 of that one, 2 of that one, 1 of that one, 1 of that one, 1 of that one, 2 of that one, 2 of that one. Where's like the all of them? Where's the all the variants ones? Or 1. I'm nowhere on curios. I have never gotten a curio. That's like I've gotten 3 curios that are like tier 4, and the others just are not dropping. I think I just have the worst loot luck in the world on that. It's a little frustrating. We almost have all the discoveries. We only discovered that achievement like halfway through all the delves. So we kind of started doing it from then on and kind of backported a little bit. Yeah, no bounty maps. No rank 4 curios. I mean, I have handy notes, so I can see the damn chest. It's true. I was like, Ion, you suck. And he was like, do I, though? You know what, Ion? You don't suck as much as I thought you did. Or Zekvirs? Like you do. Come on, give us a summon. Just one. Just one. So Curios is what Braun equips. It's his gear. It changes his abilities. Oh, there's 2 Zekvirs up ahead. Ooh, this could be fun. I think you're right, White Noise. I think past 8 is there for people who like a challenge. Which admittedly is me. But yeah. 8, that's the gear cap. One of the reasons why we haven't pushed to 10 until, well, ever, actually. I pushed to 9 because I frickin' felt like it. From what I understand... Oh no, is gonna start. From what I understand, the gear essentially caps in item level at 8. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that is what I am to understand as how things work.
Helps are coming.
I wonder if there is any gameplay benefit past 8 other than fun. Don't mistake me. You know me. That's a valid benefit. But I am curious. Like, obviously we'll unlock Zekvir, which is cool. There's achievements, which get you cosmetics and titles, and that's cool. Yeah, the exp thing was the thing I was wondering, because I know exp goes up as you go up. And I love things being optional and bragging rightsy. You're probably thinking, but why, Lore? Because I speedrun.
You're looking up there rough. Take a wee rest.
Like, what benefit do you think there is to speedrunning? Oh my god, look. While I'm eating. What? While I'm eating. It was really spicy, guys, okay? It was really spicy. Okay.
I'm going all in.
E2. No holding back this time. Where is it?
Oh, don't go dying on me.
Okay, so, pro tip. Do not stand in the way of the minecart. It will murder you. The moment you hear about the minecart coming, you need to be on that immediately. Make sure you see where it's coming from and where it's going. Speaking of which, there's the next one. The rule I tell everybody, and it's always true, it is better to live than to do more DPS 100% of the time. Well, okay, 99% of the time. Whoops. Always, always, always focus on living.
Hey, they'll never be using that move.
Granted, a lot of that mentality comes from back in the day when I was actually a raid leader and would get frustrated at people chasing the meter and then dying from it. And therefore making it so we can't face the boss. Because, sure, they did a bunch of burst DPS and then they died and did less DPS overall. In fact, for the longest time, I actually had my recount, because I used to use recount, set up to track damage rather than DPS. Because I actually found it was more indicative for what a person was actually doing in a fight. Close there. On Spartan. At least on my screen. One time we were doing one of these. It was me, a friend of mine, and Pax. I was the only one who lived through some mechanic like that stupid minecart thing. I soloed the boss. We were out of lives, if you're wondering. GG. Also, I missed an experience thing. I'm gonna go grab that really quick. And there is our great vault slot upgraded. Item level 616. A map would be really nice. Just looking out for any other experience. I don't see any. There's some experience over here to the right, too. Right over here. Over here, over here, bounce, bounce, bounce. And anything over here? Nope, okay. So let's see what we get. Nothing. Nothing. And nothing. Oh well. But yeah, it's always the friggin' bracers, am I right? You'll notice I already have bracers of the exact same setup. 606 with 4 of 8 instead of 603 with 3 of 8. Ah, still. Ah, that'll unlock the vault. Alright, who's ready to go back to the garbage expansion that is Legion? Yeah, guaranteed 616 tomorrow. Thank you everyone for joining for that. That was fun. Actually, let's go and do this really quick.
I have many, many wares.
Dump all this crap. Dump, 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 dump.
Many farewells.
I also had a renown on something. Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. Close though on the assembly. God, I've never looked at it. That's actually funny.
Our miners had to leave their tools behind when the Nerubians attacked.
Interesting. I'll do that off camera. I'm like, what, Laura? What are you going to do off camera? Well, I have enough artifacts, art history things, to turn in this. But I'll turn that in off camera. Alright. Back to the boring. Yeah, turbo freaking spoilers there. In fact, it's so spoilers, I haven't even seen it yet. Obviously. Since I haven't done it yet. About as spoiler as it gets. So meanwhile, back in Legion, everyone in the VODs are like, God, Lord, get back to Legion. The good expansion. One of the really weird things this review run has taught me is how, well, there's a lot to enjoy in WoW. It really is only as recently as the last 2 expansions that WoW has really started firing on all pistons. And that's a weird revelation, you know. WoW has certainly been improving in various ways in fits and jerking lurches forwards over the years, but Dragonflight and War Within are in a whole other category. And I think, so I've made a statement before, and I'll make it again, that WoW destroys FF14 overall in terms of quality. But the more I think about it, the more I think that what I mean by that is modern WoW, current WoW, destroys FF14 in terms of quality.
Time to fight. You mean we get to work by your side to smash the fiends that attacked Ulduar? Count me in.
Like, old WoW just has so many problems in so many directions. I was actually really happy. I had given like a grand total of 3 negatives to gameplay that weren't abandonment to Legion, and I was really pleased with that. Then we started doing the Order Hall quests, and we're up to like 27, I think, at this point. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Something about that is just kind of discouraging.
Tell me of your battles.
No, as I did your stupid padding quests.
May your battles be glorious.
Oh my god.
Know now my champion.
Oh my god. Am I time walking right now? I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be. So while I travel to a dungeon to go solo one-shot it, let's read this quest. The raw power of the rune stones will allow Heimdall to temporarily open a tear into demonic worlds, but it's not enough. The Legion hides its presence in faraway worlds with dark magic. Bring a greater runestone so Heimdall can hone in on our enemies across the cosmos.
I dwell in the Shadowlands.
God dang it. And we all Blade Taval's in chat thing. I told you FF14's better. He was right all along. Yeah, no, you're exactly right. It's one of the reasons I do like doing side-by-side comparisons when it comes to reviews. I've always found that direct, stark comparisons are the best way to actually examine something. I know that sounds strange, but I mean it, you know? It's a great way to highlight ups and downs. Whether it's a show, a movie, or a game, or a book. I mean, it's not like Legion is trash. Jokes aside. Well, the numbers appear to agree with you, although FF14 actually does need an auditing pass, which I'm waiting on until they finish their visual updates. Ugh. Legion or Endwalker? That is a good question. Right now, we're net negative on gameplay on Legion. That's not going to change until we get to the zones.
The Wardens are now few in number.
But we want you to kill these stupid raptors. Please help us kill these raptors. Yeah, as we've mentioned during Warlords, the fact that I can't give any gameplay positive to raids is absolutely destroying the gameplay score of each expansion. Of every expansion.
General Telarn, one of the great heroes of the War of the Ancients. He has been returned to life. But his sorrow at his failure has driven him mad. Grant him an eternal rest.
Where did you find this, Ismaristar?
Slow down.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought they were going to say. Slow down, everyone. Life is to be savored.
Consume! Devour!
Got it. I'm immediately deleting my...
Now I see.
Blue Sky account.
The darkness. It is gone.
You aren't the ones who did this?
No. God, these people are so stupid. I love how little cosmetics I'm getting in Legion, by the way. No remix, so it's not like I got all the gear. It's not like I got all the gear thanks to a remix where I could just buy all the gear. I just did Legion dungeons that much. And I did. I like Legion dungeons. This is one of my favorite parts to do on Mythic, right here. Because most people don't understand what line of sight means, and they're not used to, like, a narrow, tight, spiral staircase. So they'd rush ahead like they always do. And then they would die. And then they would yell at me. And I'd be like, your tank was back here doing his job, buddy. I don't know what you want from me. Why is it not? What's up, Ross? Also, this trash is really mean. And I think a lot of people... Yes, that's correct, Ross. A lot of people misunderstand, or I guess underestimate, how mean that trash was leading up to that section right there. Like, I knew because I did Legion, but we'd get groups. My sister and I would get groups, and they'd just be like, da-da-da-da-da, and just stand in front of the archers and then melt. So I've never seen it before if it's not obvious for us. We're also going through, oh god, now I can't think of the name of the show. Where is this chest? Or is it up? We'll assume it's up for now. We're going through, Reboot. Which I haven't had a chance to add to the list yet, and... Oh god, I can't remember what it's called. Oh my god, I can't think of the name of it. I believe it's attached to the He-Man setting, and it's focused on the female leader, or female main character. She-Ra. That's it. She-Ra. Also, nobody could figure out this stuff back in when we were doing this in Mythic. Because, of course, they couldn't. Because they're dumb. Sorry. Elitism. Elitism. I'm allowed to be a little elitist. It's in the rule book. Speaking of trash that looks easy. This trash was brilliant. I actually look forward to giving some positives to it, because this trash is like, oh, they're just a bunch of littles. And littles are usually trash, right? They're just there to be something you can AoE spam down. However, they have potions they can take, which give them random buffs. And all of a sudden, they go from being littles to being heavies. in mid-fight. But yes, She-Ra, Reboot, and Dragon Prince are the Lore Runnies addition to show reviews. And while we're doing that, we're also going to be going back and finishing up clearing through TOS and Enterprise Season 1 through 3. Now, I was just expecting to get hit by one of those boulders because I was talking crap. That's how that works, right? The moment we say, oh, this is easy, you immediately fail at it. I do believe that's the show we're talking about, Linear Earth. Oh, they're doing Enterprise Season 4, but they're also doing MLP. Those are my additions. Yes, but don't worry, you'll never hear anything about it whatsoever, Linear Earth. No videos, no streams. There'll be a spreadsheet. You can look at the spreadsheet. Boop. Can we find Streaminations again? No. Streaminations are dead and gone, and will do so for the immediate future. Nothing that would be required for Streaminations to come back is even on the table at the moment. I'm not saying forever, because time changes, but there are prerequisites that must exist for Streaminations to come back, and none of them have happened yet. Wait a minute, you're not my enemy. I can tell, because you just beat the crap out of me. It's a good way to find out. Hey, Wolverale. And there's our runestone. Great dungeon.
Heroes, you must defeat him.
Defeat who? Sorry, what? Did somebody say something? Did you stream a funded? That's a very good question, Wolverale. Sorry, I find it funny because the answer is no twice. First of all, I vetoed The Last Airbender. I have specific reasons for doing so. I'll cover that in just a second. But second of all, there will probably never be Streaminations again. So, no to Streaminations and no to Last Airbender specifically. I know you guys just really want me to cover Obi-Wan.
Have you brought valor to these halls? Bring us tales of victory.
Of course.
May your battles be glorious.
I will save that. Thank you, Caroline Oyes.
Hail, champion.
So, let me explain why, specifically. So obviously Streaminations are gone, that's its own thing. But the specific reason why Avatar The Last Airbender was vetoed was because it's a very beloved show that I don't like. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad show, because I have the capacity for intellectual ability. But it was definitely a show that I did not care for. Oh, no. Are we really there? Is that what's going to happen here? Oh, it is. Okay. Hang on, let's do this
What
instead.
do you need?
Oh, that's even worse. Okay.
My hatred burns.
Oh my god, can I not get it above 52?
What do you need?
56.
Is it time to fight?
86? Hang on, let's... No, that's probably as high as I'm getting that. Right. I forgot this was even a thing. Okay. Shoot, hang on. Alright, so you... You... Right. Yep, okay, so Finna. Deactivate, because you can only have so many followers active at a time. For some stupid reason.
Hail!
86% chance. We'll see.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummels. Like you. Good fortune to our friends.
So moving on. Yeah, there's no actual benefit to the limitation mechanic. I don't even know why it's there. Okay. Maybe we can get some positives, maybe? I've heard positives exist in this game. Find out.
The unseen path welcomes you.
We've received word from Khadgar that he's lost contact with the mages he sent to investigate the Legion's camps. He's requested our assistance in tracking them down. If we have any hope of locating those mages, we'll need to do ourselves a reliable hound capable of following a scent. There's only one such hound I know of, and he's retired. It's worth it to check in with his master, Huntsman Blake. See if the Baron still has it in him.
May your weapon strike true.
Sure, I can do that. I'm also going to give a negative to follower limit, because that's pointless. Yeah, you notice the warrior chain has been like one actual quest, that was the Battle of Ulduar, and then nothing but padding. That's the other reason the warrior quest chain sucks. Like, all the order halls have padding, but they also have real quests interspersed. Warrior is padding, 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 Battle for Ulduar, padding, padding, padding. In fact, we're still currently on a padding step. We're also doing this massive, lengthy amount of buildup all to just invade Niskara, which I'm pretty sure just has a revolving door, to go rescue Hodir. I'm going to spoil something for you. The end of the Warrior Order Hall is going to rescue Hodir, so that's it. Like, that's all we're doing on the Warrior arc. It's just... some negatives for Warrior while we're here. Excuse me.
What's your story?
Traveled all this way to see the Baron. Been a long time since we had any visitors.
You hear that, boy? They traveled all this way just to see you.
Hi. What's up? I'm afraid old Baron here is past his prime. His nose can't catch a scent the way it used to. Others told me to put him down, but I can't bear the thought of losing my loyal friend. Also, that's really horrific. Why would you kill a dog just because it's not useful anymore? Jesus. Psychopaths. Baron is always at his best when he's working, though. Maybe if you let him wander through the fields to dig some old bones, that'll be enough.
You ready to find some bones, boy?
Yeah, come on, boy. I'll take care of you. What do you got? What do you smell? Oop. Covered with dirt and the scent of decay. Yeah, that's how that tends to work. I'm more or less literally taking a dog for a walk as a hunter quest. And I'm not even mad. Whoop, hello. Hang on, these bones are still moving. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I am shocked this song doesn't hurt my ears. My ears are usually pretty sensitive to this kind of piercing stuff. But I'm with this. I don't know why. It's true in Howling Fjord as well. I like to think that Swift Shot would immediately take to Baron. Old, past his prime, technically dead. Right? Like, that's just automatic empathy. Or sympathy. I always forget the difference between the two. One where you yourself also feel what they feel. Oops, sorry, Mr. Goat. Sorry. 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 I lost him. Oh, there he is. I did once see a comment talking about how having human empathy was actually a negative trait. And actually caring about other people was a bad thing. Which is what it sounds like what Spartan's talking about. I'm sure it isn't. But that immediately reminded me of that. Hang on, I'm gonna look this up because I'm not sure I agree with Spartan here. Hang on. Let's see here. Okay, so then what's empathy? Okay, so sympathy means you don't personally process, but you still care about someone else. Empathy means you personally process. So in this case, this would be empathy, because he's actually been through the same thing Baron's been through. As opposed to sympathy, which just means he cares. By the dictionary's definitions, obviously. For example, I sympathize with a pregnant woman, but I cannot empathize with her. Now, remember Wolverale, you can pick 3 things. You don't have to just pick one. But I do appreciate your support. Thank you very, very much. God, I've got the heater blasting and I'm still cold right now. Me. God. That's a weird sensation. I'm not used to feeling cold. I'm getting old. I'm an old woman. Just like your... The distinction I just mentioned is what I was referencing to those, Spartan. In other words, I care even though I can't personally understand, or I care because I personally understand. And that's where I was going with that. I get your point overall. Pity, I believe, is a word I usually hear in reference to what you were describing. A.k.a. condescension. Pokemon Violet, Skyrim, and Pokemon Legends ZA. Much appreciated, Wolverine. Thank you.
Any friend of Greymane is a friend of mine. Farewell.
I am not a... Dude, I'm an undead. Greymane and I, like, we're not tight.
You wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry.
Aw, he joins our party.
Made a friend of Baron, and in that, you've also made a friend of me.
Good day.
Yeah, aw, you poor baby. That feels like pity, right? You know what? It's probably faster to do this. Either way, I tend to default to the word empathy, even though it's not technically correct, just to refer to caring about someone else. Just in general conversation, regardless of technical accuracy. Because, you know, that's a good thing. Caring about other people is a good thing. Despite what morons will try to push as the idea that empathy is a weakness. which I've been hearing a lot of things about lately. It's like this whole counterculture push. It's like, we don't care about other people. Why should we be forced to fake caring about other people? That's very true, Tizuler. It's also something I've seen lately. And by lately, I mean like the last 15 years. That there is no such thing as empathy. Nobody actually cares. There's no such thing as altruism. And that argument is what I've always just rolled my eyes at.
Well met. Our duty is to...
Yeah, being kind? Ugh, gross. Good work recruiting Huntsman Blake. His kind could be the key to tracking down Khadgar's mages. The Archmage has already made his way to Suramar, where the missing mages were last seen. Baron ran off too. Seems the Hound is eager to work again. Such a good boy! Meet with the... Plus to Baron. Meet with both on the road that leads to the city. With any luck, Baron will be able to pick up their scent and find the missing mages before it's too late.
Take care.
Anyways, those people are psychopaths. Can I just say that? Can I just say that? Those people are just psychopaths. Human empathy is quite literally what makes us human. The ability to give a damn about other people is what society is built on. The very fundaments of civilization rest upon empathy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Alright,
You've arrived just in time.
Thank you for meeting me, Swiftshot.
It is over.
This is the last known location of the missing Kirin Tor. There isn't much evidence other than a torn piece of cloth, which looks to be one from one of our tabards. The scrap may be small, but it should be heavy with the essence of magic. We can only hope the Baron can catch the scent.
Remain vigilant. Well, let's see how well that nose of yours works. Atta boy. Now let's go find those mages.
Just pretend I'm giving scritches to Baron here. Just the whole quest, I'm giving scritches to Baron. Who's a good boy? They say you're old and useless, and they're full of crap. I got you, boy. I got you. I am sorry, Ismiristar. Khadgar, you don't have... Okay. Yeah, Khadgar's like, cooldowns immediately! I mean, at certain lengths of fights, that is optimal. You can maximize how many times you get to use your cooldowns in a fight. You know what I find funniest about that, Spartan? By technical definition, that means I'm gay. Sorry, guys. Who knew? I try not to pay too much attention to that kind of crap.
Up ahead! I see the mages! They're surrounded by the Hound Master's minions!
Uh-oh.
Quickly! We must slaughter these beasts before they do more harm!
Uh-oh. Trap!
Not interfere with their feeding! My hounds are hungry, and your mages may quite unyield. Soon they will be strong enough to draw the magic out of every mage in Dalaran.
You won't get away with this, Hakar!
Come, my pets. You will have plenty to feed on soon enough. My minions look forward to making a meal out out of you, Archmage. Until we meet again.
So, there's a joke I constantly played during this section of the Warcraft. Every time I mentioned Hakar, I would be like, no, not that one. Because there's 2 Hakars in this setting. And for a little while there, they actually acted like they were the same Hakar. Until they finally decided one was the Loa of Blood, and one's a random demon. This guy. There's Hakar the Bloodflayer, and then there's Hakar the Houndmaster. Totally different people.
I'm glad you're here.
The Houndmaster is an ancient and powerful demon. He was actually in BC once. His return could have dire consequences through mages throughout Azeroth.
It's good to have you.
Hakar maintains an army of fellhounds that feed off of magic. As long as he remains, no mage is safe. He and his hounds are immune to most spells, so I must ask for assistance in killing them. Well, that's kind of what we're here for.
You are always appreciated.
Oh, I don't remember where Hakar was. No, not that one. Listen, I can do that too, Luna. I can say ridiculous, nonsensical things. Check this out. You know, anybody who flosses is gay. Just saying. Bad teeth are a sign of masculinity. That barely sounds like a parody. I need to go more ridiculous. Hang on. You know, only autistic people... I'm trying to think of another generic insult word people use. Only autistic people eat food. I can't even do it.
Ishnu Dal Diem.
We can help, we should help. Hakar isn't welcome in our world, and he will not be allowed to stay.
Our duty is to all of Azeroth.
We hope to gain the upper hand in Hakar. We need to find out more about these hounds he's breeding and pinpoint these weaknesses. I know of a warlock that studies demons extensively. Maybe she's seen some of the hounds.
May your
Okay, can I be honest for just a second? I legitimately just thought, oh, so it's about time for another padding quest, right? And when I just got an actual new quest, I was a little bit shocked that the next quest is not, go do an order hall mission, or go kill 50 demons. It's just, go do a real quest. What the hell is going on with the warrior order hall? Hi, Mr. Floyd Pinkerton. See, you're starting to get it, Linneruth. No, the contrast is real and kind of terrible. Warrior was always the worst, but wow. Just wow. I also like how they give us a specific named demon to deal with in several of these. Like, we got Balnazar, the paladins, right? And we've got Hakar for the hunters, and we'll have other ones for other ones. That kind of tracks for me, because a lot of these demon lords should be at the level where it takes an entire order hall chain to bring them down. Demon lords are supposed to be a big deal, even at this point. Even with the power levels we've got. Yes! Yes, warrior is the trooper of WoW, which makes sense when you say it like that.
Hey there.
Imps aren't ideal test subjects. They're easy enough to summon, but they're too fragile.
See you later.
Feranar's crawling with demons. Some familiar, some peculiar.
Have a good one.
Fellhounds are attracted to magic, young ones especially. They get a whiff and go into a feeding frenzy. You're not quite as enticing as a mage, so you need to cover yourself in something that can fool a fellhound into thinking you're its next meal. Layworm entrails should do the trick.
Safe travels.
Ugh, gross, but okay. Okay, real talk, if you asked me to summarize the Trooper story right now, I would have difficulty doing so. Act 1 was pretty solid. I could talk about Act 1. Oh, this is down, isn't it? Yeah. Ignore this gorgeous, beautiful place. We'll get here later. Like, Act 1 was about the traitor group, right? The turncoats. And, yeah. Then Act 2... Oh god, I legitimately don't remember Act 2 at all. I've streamed it twice and I don't remember it. I legitimately can't come up with anything. I feel so stupid. I actually legitimately cannot remember what Act 2 was for Trooper. Act 3 was about the war. It was really boring. Not that war stories are inherently boring, quite the contrary. There's actually quite a few war stories that I like, which are just wars, but Act 2 is just a blank. An ICBM. ECBM. Yeah, I remember Jedi Knight better than that. Of course, Jedi Knight was just atrocious. Anyway, sorry, Spartan asked a question. After Inquisitor, what was the next best campaign? So you mean the fourth best? To be clear about that? Keep records for this kind of thing. There we go. Tor. Alright, so... Yes, I'm organized. And boring. What do you want from me? Okay. So there's Agent. Which was the best one? Agent. By quite a margin, actually. Agent was 258 total. And I'm pretty sure Warrior was number 2, yep, at 188. And then 3 should be Inquisitor. Yep, 124. So that makes... What's after 124? So that's 32. That's a bit of a drop. Looks like 32 takes it, actually. Where's Bounty Hunter? There it is. Where's Smuggler? There it is. Yeah, no, it looks like Consular. And I admit my amusement and confusion at that, because I remember even back in the day, when we actually did the Tor review, being surprised at how good Consular was, because it was so unmemorable for me. So that would go Consular, then Bounty Hunter, then Smuggler. There's Trooper, then Jedi Knight. And I believe that's the full list. A multiplier of 2, the Nerith. Sorry, that's a joke.
Good day to you. See you around.
Layworm entrails are filled with flecks of magical material that'll be irresistible to a fledgling fellhound.
Safe travels.
Oh, these are rich with magic. They'll be excellent bait.
Have a good one.
Deep in the heart of Fernar are dens overrun with fellhounds. If Ikar's breeding those beasts, that's where he'd do it. The bait I've crafted is quite potent. Once you apply it, you'll need to draw the attention of nearby hounds, so only use it when you're close to the dens. Once the demon's taken the bait, get into a weakened state. Okay.
See you around.
I hope you return in one piece. Yeah, me too. Although I'm already kind of in more than one piece, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You ever wonder if they're ever going to do anything with that hole in the sky?
Too late, heroes. Your world is lost.
Yeah, I remember I myself tossed out a few theories. I don't remember if I talked about them on the lore run, but me and several of my friends theorized a lot about that hole in the sky. It's just sitting there. And that is what it is. That's a hole left over from the portal. Okay, how do I... Oh, there we go. Which portal? We'll get there. I love the looks of that elven ruin, by the way. One of the better designed elven ruins in the game, in my opinion. You can see just enough of what it used to be, and just enough of what it is.
Hello.
So,
See you later.
careful not to kill the Fellhound. I need it alive.
Safe travels. See you.
Give me a moment to inspect this beast, and I can discover its weaknesses.
I bet a bullet is its weakness.
These scales are unlike anything I've seen.
High off the deeper end.
This demon has clearly been bred to be resistant to both magical and physical attacks.
Okay. So, like, what else is there? I mean, you could attack it, like, emotionally. Okay, I can do that. Hey, you're ugly! Nah, I don't mean that. You're cool. Scritch, scritch, scritch.
How are you? Have a good one.
By nature, this demon is immune to magic, but it's also been bred to be resistant to physical attacks. It's covered in scales unlike anything I've ever seen. Layered, thick. I doubt most metals will be able to pierce its demon-like hide. Unless your army has weapons like yours, I suggest fighting this beast with something that'll exploit that.
See you later.
Alright. Thanks. Bye now. We'll just fly. Probably faster. Which artifact quests are best? That's actually a good question. Individual artifacts, I think Frost Death Knight ended up scoring really well. Ironically, I wasn't keeping track like that, so I'd have to check manually. So, I don't know, would be the simple answer. You know what? Actually, I have a way to check this. Let's see. If any gets more than one positive, it'll be obvious. So, Fire Mage, Frost Mage, Destruction Warlock, Frost Death Knight, I just mentioned that. That might be the list, actually. Yeah, I think those are going to be our winners for artifact quests. Yes, I realize 2 of those quests go to Ice Crown. Shut up.
The hour of battle is at hand.
I didn't realize that until after the fact. This is unsettling news. If our minions don't work against Akar's minions, how are we going to defeat him? We should call in our allies. We should do a mission board. The worst one? I have to check the negatives column, so hang on. While I switch characters after I start this
Victory
question.
lies ahead.
Oh, hang on, hang on. A quest!
We will
A
have
quest!
justice.
Okay, let's get this started. Hang on. Let's bring our low levels, because they need the experience.
Is at hand.
Okay, maybe let's not, because they're gonna die. Hang on. Let's get rid of... Hang on. Lauren. I don't even know who you are. Get out of the party. Didn't even deactivate them yet. Alright, whatever. So let's not level Lauren. So let's bring you.
I will hunt them down.
You.
Hour of battle is at hand.
And then Rexar?
Let the hunt begin.
Rexar adds 2% chance of success.
The hunt begin.
You're pathetic, Rexar. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that.
We're on, Baron.
I will hunt
Let's
them
go.
down.
Okay, hang on.
Hunt them down.
Hour of battle is at hand.
95. That's probably as close as we're getting. Let's just do that. Okay, him. Another quest. Okay. Let's go recruit Nessingwary. I've just received word from our scouts that they've identified some potential recruits. It seems as though the famed Hemet Nessingwary from set up camp not too far from our lodge. Well, he isn't traditionally the type of hunter we'd invite into our ranks. His experience hunting large game could come in handy. Head over to his retreat, see if he's willing to aid our cause.
You can't beat the smell of fresh pine in a breeze.
Interesting. You're from the Lodge of the Hill, aren't you?
Hey, be safe out there.
The Hunter's Lodge has attracted a lot of amateurs who call themselves hunters. They're scaring away all the prize game with their antics. Well, I'm no expert with me rifle. I've yet to manage the art of negotiation. How about you do us all a favour and tell these novice hunters to head for the hills?
I'll be hunting!
Okay. Hey guys. Go away. Oh, you want to fight me? Okay. Maybe you should leave. Idiot. Okay, guys. Just go home. Hunt somewhere else. Look, dude. You're a night elf. Why are you using a gun? And you! You're a blood elf! Why are you using a gun? Go home. Ugh, amateurs.
I hope you like to hunt.
You seem to have a gift when it comes to dealing with amateurs. Maybe you can help me Ghost Rider, Addy. I promised to teach her how to hunt, but I don't have time to show her the basics.
May your aim be true.
Okay.
I'll be hunting!
The hills are crawling with lions that stalk their prey from afar. These big cats will pounce at anything that catches their eye, including an undead. But most would fall to such formidable predator. Anyone in my hunting party would be able to best those beasts. Prove you got what it takes.
Hey,
by killing things.
Safe out there.
My mountain is home to wildlife that can't be hunted anywhere else in the world. Tell me, you ever laid eyes on a moose before? What's a moose? The room in Elderhorn may look like a gentle giant, but only a fool would underestimate their strength. It should prove to be a good challenge, even for someone as experienced as you.
May your aim be true. Hey.
They say a single hair from the back of a bristle fur bear is sharp enough to cut a dwarf's beard. But if the fur doesn't cut you, the mole will. Some lesser hunters have been a meal for those bears. Show me more than a snack. Bring me some of their pelts.
May your aim be true.
So I've followed Hemet on his expeditions from Stranglethorn to Nagrand again, taking notes on his grand adventures and turning them into timeless literary tales. But my heart's really in the hunt. I want nothing more than to put down the pen and pick up a rifle. Hemet promised to teach me once I finish my latest novel, but the goats eat my first draft. I have no hope of becoming a hunter if my manuscript isn't recovered. Bye-bye. Okay, I think I might be able to fix that. The Rocky Hills of High Mountain. You know, there's things other than hills. I need to talk to her about her titling. Yeah, it's weird because there's no Mises in the rest of the game. I don't know what the plural of moose is. Don't ask me. Moose. No, that makes sense. Look at all those moose. And look at that moose. Both say the same. So, yeah, alright. It's like geese. Not to be confused with Bruce. Although I can see the resemblance. So, worst artifact quests. Easy answer, because only one of the artifact quests was really a source of substantial negatives. Can you guess what it is before I tell you? Sadly, Magister has given up. Fury Warrior was pretty boring, but no. All the ones that went to Karazhan, valid, but not a single artifact. Oh my god. That was a hell of a knockback. Holy crap. He wanted that. Look at that. She'll need to show my back to a river. Well, since Magister's not here to even see the answer to his own question, I'll just say it was Retribution Paladin. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I actually really don't. Killing Tyrion off was already kind of eyebrow-raising. Killing off a second time, but worse somehow. What in the world are you doing? Oh, by the way, this is an Essingway quest. Did you notice, however, instead of killing 15 or 10 or 20, it's 10, 8, and 4? Just pointing out how even the Essingway quests are improved in Legion. Yeah, Retribution had one interesting idea, which it got a positive for. And that was the rest of it. Oh yeah, it's also an Essingway story that actually has some story relevance. Holy crap. Who would have thought it possible? It's kind of out of order, and that's on my bad. I feel really stupid for that, but whatever. Goat saliva has caused the ink to run and blur. Gross.
It's a fine day for a hunt.
I've been waiting all day for Addie to finish her first draft. How hard can it be to write a few words about the greatest hunter who ever lived? What are you talking about? She's not talking about me. Addie, don't write any more stories about me, okay?
I'll be hunting.
Okay, fixed it.
Hey, be safe out there.
Addie's one heck of a writer. I've never seen her hold a rifle. She's keen on learning how to hunt, but who's ever heard of a gnome hunter? Ugh, I seem to have a knack dealing with amateurs, so maybe if you want to let this gnome tag along, she can learn a thing or two by shadowing you. Let's start off with some small game. We don't want her to get discouraged.
May your aim be true.
We're taking bets on how long the gnome lasts. I'll wager a good amount of gold she'll shoot swift shot before she shoots a target. FNAF, FNAF. Come on, Addie. Come on.
How's it going?
I got you back.
Oh, this is pretty much the best day ever.
And she now has an experience bar. As you kill things, it fills up. This is why I did this out of order. I should have gotten this before I went and did all the other stuff.
This is so exciting.
Glad you're enjoying it.
Do rifles always have this much recoil?
Yeah, pretty much. You should try this thing. Don't actually try this thing. It'd probably kill you. You mean metaphorically? No, I mean it would literally kill you. See, it's got the soul of a Titan wolf in it. It's weird. What's a Titan? I don't know either.
That was a wild shot. You're okay, right?
Yeah, my jaw always looks like this.
You make it look so easy.
That's just experience, kid. You'll get there.
I think I'm getting the hang of it. Oh, let's keep hunting.
All right. I love how his animation for one of his attacks is just to point with his gun, which looks really weird with this giant-ass rifle.
Oh, learning to hunt is a dream come true.
I mean, this is Azeroth. Dreams can come true here. And nightmares. Horrible. Horrible nightmares. You want to elaborate on that? No.
I'm feeling a bit more comfortable with my rifle.
God, you're right, as Miristar. Yes, that is the perfect Demon Hunter mount. Guys, I think Kira White Noise is insane.
Don't worry. I can talk and shoot at the same time.
Ain't you gum? What's gum?
I think we make a pretty good team.
Yeah, you're alright, kid. I mean, you've seen me. I don't actually have a mount for my main. I just use my random favorites list.
Whoa! I don't think I missed a single shot.
Everyone else has a specific mount.
Oh, let's keep hunting.
If it's a loss, she just uses whatever.
You can't beat the thrill of hunting something 10 times your size.
Yeah, but you're a gnome. So, you know.
I could do this with my eyes closed. Oh, but don't worry. I won't.
Yeah, that's very warlocky. And I will never use that mount ever. I don't really have a favorite mount. I mean, I have several favorite mounts. But, you know, I've got, like, the Amani Warbearer, which, you know, I am proud of. I love this thing, which is just doing Suramar. The Ashes, the Astral Servant, which is from Pandaria Remix. This thing, which is from Tanarus. I've always loved this guy. It's probably one of the most Iron Horde-looking mounts in the game for me. This one's just cool. This is from Dragonflight. And, of course, I would be remiss if I didn't point out the Frostboot Vanquisher, who has some of the best flying animations in the entire game. Still. And, of course, one of my favorite proto-dragons. This sucker. He just looks cool. I think I'm going to pull him off the favorites list for a bit. I love all the Firehawks, and this is the Glory of Firelands. I earned that sucker. Crimson Death Charger. Earned that one, too. Drake the Eastwind. I think I'll remove that one for a bit. Fathom Dweller's obvious. Mountacular. I think I'll get rid of the Ottoman one, too. Yeah, I got the Ottoman mount, but whatever. This one took forever to drop. It's one of the last rare mounts I got to drop. It's the usual. That's the other one from that. Brewfest Kodo. Green Protodrake. Oh god, that took months. It took months. What's that one? This is Xiao Hao Exalted. I only got this during Pandaria Remix, finally. And that one, we'll get rid of that. Here's the real good one. This is from 25 Raider. Of course I have Invincible. I've had this for a while. And I got this when it was hard. I got most of the Wrath stuff when it was hard. This one's just cool. It's just a giant mech of death. That's the Nightborn one. What's this one? I don't know what that's from. Looks cool, though. I don't know what this one is either. Free for all, more for me. What achievement is that? Oh! It's do PvP stuff. Huh. Anyways, remove. The Ragnaros drop, of course. Raven Lord, enough said. Red Protodrake. I always keep this one around because we did this at launch, and I know eventually Wrath mounts Wrath dungeons started getting easy, but at launch, doing these achievements was insane. It took us weeks of consistent effort to get all those achievements down. This is another took forever one. This one I actually made and used for a while on my engineer. We just earned this one recently. We actually had a team that went back to get all that. This one we got when it was hard. It's another, and this is probably one of my favorite Protodrakes, right behind the Iron Protodrake. This one I only use because Linnea Ruth likes it. I got this from the Traveler's Shop. I'm going to probably remove that one, honestly. Also cool. Rare drop, but eh. This was, I believe, the first 260 mount I ever got. Cataclysm Hero, eh. I don't remember what I got this from. And that's Time Walker. I'm going to get rid of that too. I have a few others, but I think those are my real favorites. Having said that, there's a few of the class mounts that I really like, and I tend to only use those on a class. What am I in combat with? Anyway, sorry, long answer. Might have been a pre-order, yeah, because I don't buy mounts. I have bought mounts too. I will admit to that, but I haven't bought a mount since then. And that was a long time ago. That was Kata. It does sound horrible, Gum Gum. Love horrible things. That's a lie. Horrible things suck. But, by all means. If it's too horrible, I'll just ban your ass. Bam! I'm kidding.
Should we take a selfie?
No. I think I got the sparkle horse from the shop. Because I never bought it back in the day. No, the ones I bought were... There it is. This one. I did actually buy this one. And this one. These are the two I purchased. This is my Hunter's primary mount. And the other one is my Death Knight's primary mount. Hey, Dr. Winter. It's been it's been problematic is the word I want to use here.
On to the next one.
Because we did a lot of the Warrior Order Hall, and it was exactly as rough as I remembered. That's not true. It's actually worse than I remembered. Yes, really. Is she even leveling anymore?
Oh, you're talking to me.
I can't see her experience bar all of a sudden. Maybe Dr. Winter.
I don't think Hemet himself could have taught me better. Hopefully he'll be impressed with my progress.
Kiddo, I'm pretty sure Hemet would be a terrible teacher.
Oh, the thrill of the hunt!
Not a scratch on you that I can see. I bet those lions never saw you coming.
Happy hunting! May your aim be true.
Oh, you have hunted the High Mountain Elderhorn and lived to tell about it. That's not a feat that most can say they've accomplished. I'll be impressed.
Happy hunting! Hey, be safe out there.
Procuring a few bristle fur pelts should help me sell me on your hunting skills.
May your aim be true.
All those pelts are even sharper than I imagined. Well done.
Hey, be safe out there.
Oh, you haven't got any holes in you. I guess that means Annie's aim isn't as bad as I thought.
Happy hunting!
You've proven to me that a gnome can shoot a rifle. That's no easy feat. But a true test of Annie's skill will be to see if she can track down an elusive beast. Rumour has it the ravenous rock circles the basin, cursed by harpy magic, but no one's seen the beast up close. Here, take this flare. Shoot it into the sky when you spotted it, and the hunting party will rush in and help bring down that magnificent bird.
Hey, be safe out
You know,
there.
that's a good question, T-Zuler.
The loon be with you.
I've hunted many exotic beasts in my day, but I've never encountered a lion like the one I saw scouting the basin. The beast's amber eyes locked on mine, luring me closer. I was helpless to this predator's enchanting gaze. It was only when the lion pounced that my stupor broke. I've told Hemet of this magical beast, but he laughs. I'm not lying. The lion exists. If you find it, bring me a trophy of the kill and I will reward you handsomely.
Good luck, friend.
There's been chatter around the Hunter's Lodge about a crazed moose that's terrorizing the basin. I've never laid eyes on the beast myself, but they say its antlers are illuminated with magic. Where the other hunters have tried and failed, you will prevail, and collect me a trophy.
Salama Ashalanore.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Dr. Winter, as always. And much appreciate 4 years of support. Give me a moment. And I will put that anniversary sub to Darkest Dungeon, Evil Genius 2, and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Done. Thank you. Lol. Very good. Alright, so this is a group quest. I think we've got this. I'll get cooldowns, because of course I am. Suppose I can pop Hunter's Mark, even though it's completely worthless now. Oh yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Hunters. Especially beast hunters. Goodbye. Am I looking forward to the short dark and a chance to rest up a bit? I will not be resting during the short dark. I will be working my ass off getting ready for the LGAs. A lot of people tend to forget that darks aren't for recovering from stream, they're for getting off-camera work done. If I ever actually take an honest-to-goodness break, I will probably call it something else. Like, a break. That was, in fact, a real thing, Dr. Winter, although not since BC, I believe. It's the last time that was a thing.
That was an exhilarating kill. One that'll make a fine chapter in my next novel.
That really was a noteworthy hunt. We should head back to camp while it's still fresh in my mind.
Harpies from the Haglands are unleashing their perverse magic upon wildlife in the Screeching Crag. We don't know how to counter their curses. Please, stop this madness!
Looks like Spartan killed the bot. And yeah, that sounds like a hellish dystopia. Which is barely an exaggeration of real life. AKA a hellish dystopia. I admit it's the realm of theory, but I've had a theory for a while now that a lot of humanity's real-life problems on an everyday basis boil down to us spending too much time working, or getting ready to work, or going to work, or coming home from work, or recovering from work. And I mean, like, the dominoes, if I'm right, because it is a theory, the dominoes from that are affecting a huge amount of human society and everyday life.
Greetings.
I'll have the last laugh when Hemet sees proof that this magical lion exists.
Be careful.
I was right! The lion with the amber eyes does exist. Here's the gold as promised. This is worth every copper. You can't put a price on proving you're right. I'll keep the eye. But I wouldn't want the rest of our prize to go away. Let's eat!
Till next we meet.
How do you go about fixing that? Total world domination.
Our enemies will fall.
I'm barely joking. These antlers are going to look quite impressive hanging from the walls of the Hunter's Lodge.
Be ready for anything.
Ah, that was a kill I won't soon forget. I'd you write a tale of your adventures here today, but not many will believe a gnome hunter took down a beast 10 times their size. Oh, that's why.
May your aim be true.
I have int gear on. For some reason. There we go.
Happy hunting!
You did a fine job hunting down that bird. What was wrong about you hunters in the lodge? Clearly you know what you're doing.
May your aim be true.
I guess we'll finish this chain while we're here. If Adi's going to be a more permanent member of the hunting party, then she'll need some kind of specialty gear for some of her size. Munitions experts should have some ideas about what kind of weapon we best suiting a gnome. Stop by his camp. Let him know I'll be in the prototype soon.
Happy hunting!
Oh, when we were out hunting in the coast, we ran into this ridiculous lad in a costume. Just trying to blend in with the Murlocs. Oh,
hey,
we actually won't do that. That's a vector quest. Let's hold off on that for right now, actually. Let's see where our mission board's at. I mean, they've already been doing a lot of live action studies of reduced work weeks, and they have been showing pretty consistent results. Problem is, they've also been doing studies on showing increased work weeks, which have also been showing consistent results. Anyways, that was fun, though. I like those Nesting Winter quests. That's a phrase you're not going to hear me say very often. Depends on how you define it, Logue. That's an interesting outfit for an Earthen. Look at that. No. Try Hexia. Oh, I'm already full. I'm already full.
Enough talk. Time for action.
Okay. Let's bring on
I'm up to the task.
You are no match for the Tears Guard.
If you're interested in spending less money on the help and churning out people more commonly, then the higher work week works better. Because this is something Greece has been playing around with. The idea is that you overwork the low-level people at the bottom of the rung. They eventually quit because, you know, they're eventually killing themselves doing their job. And then you hire new people because jobs are so rare that everybody needs a job. So you've always got a fresh supply of people who will do the job. And then they go do the job, and then they quit, and then you hire new people. And you just churn through people.
I am listening. Farewell.
Have you found anything special for Ari yet?
Good luck, friend.
These are wonderful. I couldn't keep them for myself, of course, but can you hear the bees humming in the honey brew? Oh, they sing so sweetly. Oh, what a lovely idea. Thank you, little friends.
Be careful.
I can still do a few magic tricks if I set my mind to it. Oh, isn't she extraordinary? She'll serve you well if you ask her nicely. The Arcane Destroyer makes a high-pitched, quizzical chirp and looks at you expectantly. Welcome to the team, Arcane Destroyer. Actually, yes, Logue. I know I come across as very pro-worker and very active corporate, something I do not apologize for, but to be as neutral as I possibly can, that is quite literally the benefit of doing the 6-hour work week, is to churn through people, as like you say, as cogs, as fast as they possibly can. It's cheaper.
Need help?
Oh, wow. The Arcane Destroyer starts at level 44. Nice. That should help. But unfortunately, our mage is now waiting on another hour-long mission halt, so that's it for mage for the moment. God, these time gaps. How long is that? Let me double-check that. It'll be done by the lunch break being over. So, next. The other method has proven to have better productivity, better result in productivity, and obviously, you know, people are happier about it. And, yeah, that, I suppose. That's it. People are happier, productivity is higher, and quality of product and services is higher. That's the lower work week. And once again, that's not me, you know, slanting anything. That's just the figures. That's just the results of the study. I'm not even going to talk about how much people are much happier working smaller work weeks and, you know, have better life-work balances and actually probably have better at-home, you know, better relationships with whoever they live with, whether it's their family or their children or their wives or husbands or in-betweens. You get it. So.
Al Dial Shala.
But damn it! SI7 is dogging our heels at every turn. We must make certain they do not catch wind of what we're up to. To that end, I have some suggestions for you for missions! Okay.
I am going to look into something. In the meantime, let us make certain that SI7 does not catch on to what we are really up to.
Okay, here's an actual quest. Kind of. Oh, the gall of that little twerp. Marin Noggenfogger's blackmailing us. Says if we do not meet his very reasonable requisition request, he's going to close off access to the Crucible. Marin's asking for a hefty amount of Aetheril. He said something about recently holding a blade to his throat, and he's simply returning the favor. Of course, if you'd rather, I can eliminate him.
They'll never see me come.
No, Noggenfogger is one of the better goblins. Let's leave him alive. I know that sounds callous, but it's true. Oh, actually, hang on. I'll grab these real quick. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Noggenfogger in the next patch. The short story between him and Gazla was fascinating. I recommend it if you have time for it. Alright, who's my lowest levels? You...
I serve.
Go get some levels. And looks like I need another recruit, so we'll do that. Aetheril. Okay. I should mention, for a little bit of additional context, one of the reasons Greece has been approaching that particular study, this is kind of old news at this point, it's like a year out of date, is because Greece was already treating its workers so badly that Greece was having a, I forget what it's called, it's like a net export in populace. In other words, less people were being born than people were leaving Greece for the rest of the EU, because the rest of the EU would treat workers better. So this was their solution to that. I know that sounds like I'm making a joke. The general idea is actually fairly banal in how... you know what, I'm just going to keep my opinion out of this. It's a very banal idea, because the idea is very, very simple. The people who are at the bottom of the rung can't afford to move. So they're stuck with whatever jobs they can get, so we can treat them however we want to. Greece is such a fascinating country, economically. By many, many measurements, Greece should be one of the most economically prosperous nations in Europe. It is not.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
And if you've studied their economy, like I have, what you have found is that their leadership is astonishingly stupid. They have pissed away every economic advantage they have on bullcrap and nothing. They also, like, even just to name one mistake they made, that the government made. I'm not blaming Greek people, but the government said, okay, times are good, therefore, we're going to spend tons and tons of money on making times even better. Which I know what you're thinking. Does that make sense? No. As I've said many times, economically speaking, when times are bad, you want to spend, because that'll jumpstart the economy. Think of it like an engine. You need the engine to keep going. So when you are low on fuel, when the engine's doing badly, you need to throw more fuel into the engine. When times are going well, that's when you pull back so you have a nest egg for when things get bad. It's a fairly simple cycle, and most nations understand this to some extent or another. But Greece was like, yeah, and then they did it a second time.
Time is money,
also,
friend.
God, I'm sorry. Can I talk about the game for a second? I love this. I love Noggenfogger just chilling on a pile of money with two sweat regulators hanging out with him.
Yo! Hurry back!
Also, I think this is his new voice actor. Hey, Silverfur. Yeah, those reagents I requested? You scratch my back, I'll pay someone to scratch yours.
Glad I could help.
No bad feelings, right? Business is business, baby, and business is good. I saw an opportunity and I took it, just like you. To show my continued allegiance with your little organization and a gesture of goodwill, here's a sample of the product. Draught of raw magic, huh?
Hey, next time you hold a blade to someone's throat, consider who you're dealing with.
Hey, let's chug and see what happens.
Now we're square. Business as usual going forward. Feel free to use the crucible as much as you like.
Oh, nothing seems to have changed. Oh well.
Can't you see I'm busy here?
I got a proposition for you. Word has it that Trade Prince Gallywix recently acquired a priceless, one-of-a-kind love potion. There's only one goblin can replicate it, and you're looking at him. Give me that potion, I can make us both richer than kings. The Pleasure Palace is located in Ashara. It's been on high alert since the war started. Gallywix isn't letting anybody in except his personal staff, but I know a girl on the inside. Find her. She'll get you to the safe.
Keep it real. Oh, this is gonna be the heist of a lifetime.
I don't know if it was the first Gum Gum, but it was definitely the first for me, personally. What is this crap around my head? Lillian, what are you doing? Reading? Okay, bye. Weirdo. Yeah, good times, by definition, cannot be permanent. It's unpleasant to think about, but it is extraordinarily true. This is true on a personal level, too. If you're having good times, good. Enjoy it. But probably put aside some of that money that you're making in the good times for when the good times are not there. Just a thought. Ashara. How do I get to Ashara as an alliance? I guess Teldrassil is the closest? Like, is that my option here? Whoops, wrong door. Wrong door, sorry. Favorite con artist type of character? I like the con artist who's not an idiot. And yeah, Noggenfogger would qualify. In other words, he's a con artist, but he's not going to really push over the line. And he's not going to keep pushing a con until it stops being profitable. He'll con you, then he'll be like, alright, here. No hard feelings, right? He knows, and he does, that permanently pissing off the shadow of the uncrowned would be very bad for his continued existence. Yeah, Quark is actually a pretty good answer for that. Yeah, I guess this is my answer. Alright, whatever. The frickin' Exodar. Don't worry. We'll actually be coming back here later in Legion as well. No, really.
Arcanon Poros.
I hope so, too. We'll see when we get there. You know what? Considering it's almost the lunch break anyways, I'm just going to do this. And take the lunch break, and we'll come back for the rest of the rogue stuff when this trip is done. I'll see you in a bit.